What's good, people? It's your boy Twale here to bring you another review for Kingdom. This time I'm doing chapter 627. I'm only doing 627 because the way the chapters were structured, like that's the ending of the actual like fight between Hoken, and then we move on to Hoken's backstory about his parents, and then to the whole afterlife Shin being dead thing. I kind of want to do that um separately, just because like it'll be too much to talk about the fight and then talk about the resurrection and all of that. So I'm gonna just stick to chapter 627 for right now. And this, like I said, is basically the ending of the Hoken versus Shin fight. It starts off with the entire battlefield, quote unquote, being set to dusk. The sun is setting. Basically, the um, hue of the sun as it comes down is making everything look orange. And they said something about the orange glow really highlighted all of the blood that was, I'm saying, across the battlefield at the Shukai Plains. And what does it say? All of the fighters, all of the Zhao, the Quinn, everybody there, they stop for a moment and they look up at the sky. They don't know why, they don't know what's going on, but they all instinctually feel that, something major is about to go down on the battlefield. So that was really cool. I like how horror like really, highlighted just like, a couple moments before like the climax of the battle or whatever, but it was really cool just to see everyone else's perspective. Um but then we get back to the Shin versus Cario 10. The Shin versus Hoken fight. And it's at this moment that Cario 10 and Naki they show up to where Shin is at, and they're within seeing distance. And the first thing that Cario 10 sees is Shin getting pimp smacked by Hoken. But then, she sees him hit the floor and then get back up. And it's at this moment in time that Shin and Hoken are going blow for blow. Um, as like, Shin is, like I say, they're going blow for blow because you see in the panels Hoken hits Shin, then Shin hits Hoken back, but Shin is on the worst end, like, because Shin is hitting the floor. You from the previous chapter, according to Kyokai, that his fire is already out or whatever, it's already been blown out, but he's continuing to fight. And it's at this moment that Shin says that he can feel not only the dead, so it's not only Oki, Hyo, Pito, I mean, Dukio, regular Hyo, Bito, and, Mangoku and them. It's the thousand some odd men that are back behind him, like Denyu, Dene, Naki, Cario 10. It's all of those people too that are lending Shin their strength, and that's fueling Shin to continue to fight. And it's at this moment that Hoken begins to start to question like who Shin is, what Shin is, and well, basically like who Shin and like Oki and them are, like what they are, and then he starts to question his own path. And that's extremely significant because a person's mental fortitude and a person's mental state directly correlates to their physical performance. If you are in a defeatist mindset, then whatever you attempt to do, you're gonna fail at it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna achieve the optimum result because before it even began, you had a defeatist mindset, you had a defeatist attitude. Hoken, however, up until this point was purely focused and driven and never questioned whether or not his path would lead him to the, would lead him to the answer. He only questioned whether he himself was fully completed his path. You know what I'm saying? He only questioned whether or not he made it to the pinnacle of martial might, because he couldn't outright beat people like Oki. He still had these lingering questions about his martial capabilities, not about his path itself. It's only in this fight with Shin that he starts to question whether or not his path is even available, even is even an option. And it's during this portion where Hoken is questioning his beliefs that Shin is actually able to break his glaive. And you see in the panels, while Hoken is questioning himself, while Hoken is questioning his path, you see the Zhao fighters, the Zhao onlookers, they're, you know what I'm saying, they're starting to get worried for him. And a few of them, I don't think they're given names, but a few of them, you know what I'm saying, even said, like, look, if it looks like Hoken Sama is about to lose, we got to jump in. We got to go. We got to save him. And, you know what I'm saying, it was right after they said that him and Shin and Hoken clash one more time. Shin breaks Hoken's glaive. And for a hot minute, it looked like Hoken was trying to run away, but he was doing that like behind the back, like the like, how do you describe it? Like the way Hoken, like the way he caught Oki with the pole, how he tried to like slick it back, and like the backspin, the same way he caught Shin the first time that they fought, but this time it was the pointed edge of the broken glaive. And as this is happening, you see the Zhao fighters going to attack Shin. You see Kario 10, you know what I'm saying, like ordering some people to protect Shin. You see Sosui and what's this man's name? En. You see Sosui and Ensan throw their spears, and then you see Dene and Denyu block. I'm not sure if it's the same two guys or if they block two different guys, but either way, you see the high Shin unit, you know what I'm saying, doing their part to protect Shin in this duel, because they don't want to see Shin get killed the same way Oki got killed, you know what I'm saying, with the arrow to the back and everything. So, like I said, Dene and Denyu stop two soldiers. Sosui and En throw their spears at two soldiers, and it's at this point where Shin does like I want to call it the Great General Slash, because like this is like this is always the move that like catches Hoken off guard. You know what I'm saying? When Oki was near death and he was just pressing the glaive on his neck, and he was like he was saying, he had one hand and it was just coming down, and Hoken couldn't stop it, and then Dukio did the same thing. Well, Shin does that, and uh, Hoken tries to block it. Well, he does block it for a second, but again, it's the Great General Slash, so it's like the weight that comes after the contact is what actually kills Hoken, and you know what I'm saying, that's when Hoken gets like sliced in half. And that's the ending of chapter 627. So, you know what I'm saying, like this was just a great chapter. This is something that we've all been waiting for since the Battle of Sai, since we've seen that you don't necessarily have to be like at the peak of martial might in order to fight Hoken, but you have to have a certain weight to you. You have to have a certain understanding of how would I put it? A man's strength, the way Gyon and them put it. You have to have a certain level of weight and a certain level of understanding of individual strength, and you can overcome Hoken. You know what I'm saying? That's why I truly believe people like Toe, people like Mobu, you know what I'm saying? People that have a great general's weight and have amazing martial might. I believe that, you know what I'm saying, people like that can kill Hoken given the right circumstances. But yeah, like I said, that's, you know what I'm saying, that just, him dying, Hoken's death has been something that we've all been waiting for. Raboku mentions, you know what I'm saying, that he's watched over Hoken's final moments and all that hoopla. What else? Like, that's basically it for this chapter. Like I said, I'm gonna do a separate video for the the Hoken flashback, his parents chapter, and then I'm gonna do a separate video for the whole resurrection, the Kyokai, you know what I'm saying, going to the afterworld, bringing him back. I'm gonna do a separate video for those because it's just too much to try to jumble into one video. But that was it for this chapter. Like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace.